Hi, Sandra Wilson here, clinical hypnotherapist. So many of the people I work with, predominantly women with ADHD, don't feel safe. And I don't mean physically unsafe, like walking down the street and expecting to be attacked, that sort of thing. They don't feel psychologically safe because safety comes from feeling accepted. Safety can come from feeling that you belong to a tribe, a group of people that accept you no matter what, that love you no matter what. Now, this sense of safety will enable you to get through your life, to be able to rise to challenges, to believe that you're strong, that you're resilient, and to have resilience in the face of maybe people not liking you, or people might judge you, because we can never be immune to this stuff. Now, with a condition like ADHD, it's so important that we feel safe to be ourselves. And I think this is where masking and people pleasing often come in. So when you do your best to conceal your symptoms, for example, trying really hard not to fidget, or really having to expend so much energy on listening to somebody talking for a long time, when you are having to conceal your symptoms to be more like your peer group, it is exhausting. And when your early experiences of not fitting in, or being told off for being a daydreamer, or being naughty, or maybe singled out as being different because you were clever, or perhaps told off a lot for being untidy, if you grew up absorbing a lot of negative messages because of your undiagnosed ADHD, it's little wonder that you don't feel safe being yourself. And this is huge, because unless you feel safe being yourself, you are going to go through your life always worrying about the judgment of others. You're always going to be worrying about rejection or being abandoned. And these are very deep primeval fears that relate to survival in early human societies. Of course, we don't live in early human societies, most of us now, but it doesn't take away the desire to be safe, to be accepted, and rejection sensitivity, loneliness, fear of judgment, people pleasing, which is when you bend over backwards to make sure everyone else is okay and leave yourself at the bottom of the pile. All of these are what we call safety behaviours. And yes, there is another way. It's possible to go back to how it feels to be safe, because I'm sure you would have a memory when you did at one time feel completely safe being yourself. It is possible to overcome this chronic disabling fear of being rejected, so you can get out and live your life, grow a business, apply for a promotion, ask somebody out on a date, make new friends. At the moment, maybe you're living in a tiny little bubble where you're too afraid to just step outside your comfort zone. And maybe that's not necessarily a happy place. So I hope today's video has made sense. I'll be back with more content another day. Bye for now.